What's up, Chad? Today we're going to hop into two different topics. Okay, hip hop news. There's two things going on. First off, rest in peace to Young Scooter. And then the second topic is going to be for this video is going to be Luce Canyon. Is he snitching? Is the paperwork the paperwork already showed that what he said is used in his indictment. But is it considered snitching, Chad? I'm not a street guy. I'm a regular civilian. I got a normal job, pay my taxes. Basic shit chat, keeping life afloat, normal adult responsibilities, same old, same old. So let's hop into these topics and see what's going on.
Scooter is dead following a bizarre encounter with police in Atlanta. I'm Tracy Hutchins.
I'm Joy Limnackren. Atlanta News First Madeline Montgomery is live tonight along William Nye Drive in southeast Atlanta near the Lakewood Amphitheater. And Madeline, I know you heard from police about what led to the rapper's death.
I did. It's just a strange situation. So police say that they were called out here for a shots fired call, but when they got here, they didn't find any evidence of a shooting. So the situation that we're hearing about, we're hearing that a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, is dead. That's according to the medical examiner, and a loved one on the scene is the one who confirmed that that was rapper Young Scooter. Police say they were called by someone saying they heard shots and then saw a woman being pulled into a home. Well, when police arrived, they say they didn't find a woman, but they did have a man open the door to that home and then close it in the officer's face. A lieutenant tells us two men then ran out the back door. The officers say that one of the men returned to the house, but the other one, Young Scooter, jumped two fences, and that's when he was fatally hurt.
Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing. There was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injury to the leg.
The rapper was taken to Grady, and that is where he was pronounced dead. And as you can see, the police are still out here. The crime scene unit is here on the scene looking into what exactly led up to these events and how exactly the rapper died. For now, reporting live in the Lakewood neighborhood, I'm Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
Prompting his son to say this: F Atlanta PD 100. Police should not, ain't had no understanding about you pulled up straight up, ain't give a F about no handcuffs on me. I just wanted to make sure you good. That's all I kept asking, and they kept lying. My best friend, y'all, happy birthday too. I know exactly what to do for sure though. You know, I got my sisters and my brothers. They overly good. Your son a hustler just like you. Watch this. Eagle emoji, infinity sign. I promise I'm going to give back to y'all. Thank y'all, 100. I'm just trying to stay off this social media stuff. Got lame blogs, lying and stuff, man. I don't even want to see none of this stuff. Broke it into a million pieces. I don't wish this pain on nobody. Man. Do the good end. He ain't deserve this stuff. So the son essentially said that, but I want y'all to understand how we even got there as far as the story that was pushed out, where it came from, and where it all messed itself up at. Because if we would have found out the report that a 42-year-old was the one, then that would have been that. So two stories happened simultaneously, and people, you know what, let's just understand what happened when it happened. Let's go. So what I'm going to do, or attempt to do, whether you believe it or not, is 100% up to you. So reserve your judgment. What we heard first was from Chestine Washington, right? And she said, "Oh my God, we were just preparing for your party tonight, Young Scooter. Please pray for his family, future, and Hollywood YC, y'all." So that's what we first heard. People put two and two together, and what they found out was essentially this. So we're doing this in real time. So remember, hers came out 17 hours ago. This came out 17 hours ago. So people put two and two together. So one man was killed in a shooting just blocks away from State Farm Arena, where the NCAA tournament is being played, Fox 5 Atlanta. Then the rumors started to circulate. So understand, this is where it came from. Check out the 17 hours right there. All right. So then if we go back to Chastain, Washington, her stuff was literally 17 hours ago. So then she has it right here. Damn Street, we just spoke with you this morning. You and Holly were discussing opening a club together just 2 days ago. I recall you speaking highly of me to Holly when you found out we were together, and we will truly miss you, my friend. So understand, that's how the rumor got started. All right?
That's insane.
Then
That's insane.
we can go here, and then she said, I'm hesitant to see false narratives perpetuated, and I prefer not to be the one to correct the story. The only thing I want everyone to do is pray for the family and friends. I've never seen my dude down since we've been together. So she's not dating, young Scooter, all right? So right here, this is where she confirms that this is the real story. Young Scooter reportedly died due to a leg injury sustained while fleeing from the police. Got it? So right here. Then she further goes on to say a female caller falsely claimed to be a hostage, prompting police to search the residence. The incident was unrelated to narcotics. Unaware of the police's reasons for visiting, he fled, and authorities later acknowledged that no woman was present. I've seen so many posts stating that he ran because he did something wrong, and he actually didn't know what was really going on at the time. Now,
The female caller falsely
that's
claimed to be a
all good and
hostage.
dandy, but
Police
the
to search
police
the
kind of
residence.
said no, that there was a call of shots fired and a woman being there. So let's kind of clean this up.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell too? Because when you do,
Chad,
you're
this is
helping
getting crazy.
unbiased,
This is getting
independent
crazy,
news.
Chad.
From the 200 block of William Nye Drive in Zone 3, officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, 2 males fled out of the rear of the house. 1 male returned back into the house. The other male jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing. The second incident happened at Lucky Street and Mill Street. This call came up around 6:35 p.m. When we had a group of individuals standing on a sidewalk. Our victim in this case approached the males. Some words were exchanged, which led to gunfire. The male that was shot is a 42-year-old male out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That male was transported to Grady ICU. These 2 incidents are not related in any shape or form, and that's what we have for you.
Can we confirm that it's a known rapper that goes by the name of Young Scooter, the 39-year-old male?
We cannot at this point. That's a function of the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office once they notify the next of kin, so that we were premature on that.
And on the 42-year-old, you guys sent out a release originally saying that the man was deceased. He was not deceased?
Correct. Grady was able to bring him back in the trauma room, where he was taken to the operating room and is now in ICU.
So what was the discussion? What led to the 39-year-old having to flee?
Sorry, Chad, I just got to change some settings up real fast. I don't know, my video's getting
What
flagged
exactly led to him running away?
because the wording in it.
So again, there was a 911 call
Well, I'm
of
about to get back
dispute
into it.
with shots fired.
All right, Chad. Here, let's fix this. Sorry, I had to fix something, y'all.
Good evening and
All right.
thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Jennifer Bellamy. We are following
Now,
breaking
this is the
news right now
video.
in the city of Atlanta, where just minutes ago, Atlanta police held a news conference about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live for us tonight right outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. Cody, you just stepped out of that briefing from police. A lot going on tonight. What have you learned?
Well, Jennifer, the main thing we want to set straight here, the lieutenant over homicide with Atlanta police saying they did not, in fact, shoot Young Scooter. They say there were no shots fired during this ordeal tonight on William Nye Drive. I believe we have a live look at that scene right now. What Atlanta police say did happen this evening is that they were responding to a call from a home there on William Nye Drive involving a disturbance with weapons. As officers got on scene, they got reports that there was a woman involved in this, possibly shots fired, and that she was taken back into the home. However, at this hour, they cannot find that woman. What they did find in the home were two male suspects. One of those males returned from the home after running away. That second suspect never returned, and we're told as he was making his way from that home, he actually jumped 2 fences. It was during one of those jumps he landed and somehow broke a leg. Some were hearing initial reports it was a femur. Again, we don't know the details of exactly the injuries, but tonight the medical examiner says a cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. But again, this is now confirmed to be Bailey, a based rapper here in Atlanta known as Young Scooter. While there are reports coming in from across the country tonight that Atlanta police shot this rapper, they say that is in fact not true, and the GBI has been requested to that scene that you're looking at, William Nye Drive, to give a third-party investigation. But again, to walk you through, there's a lot of confusion tonight with this story. APD responded to that home involving a weapons dispute. At some point, they got a report shots were fired, and again, a woman might have been taken in the home when officers got there. They did not find that. They say those two men ran from the home. One returned to that house. The other one, who was Young Scooter, again, jumped 2 fences, and during that run over those fences, he fell, and what we heard originally was fractured or broke his femur. He was rushed to Grady, where he died there in the ER. So again, a lot to still uncover on this situation, but Atlanta police wanted to make it very clear tonight. They are saying their officers did not fire a weapon, and that Young Scooter died as he was fleeing from that scene on William Nye Drive. Of course, for his family, a heartbreaking situation and a very active investigation going on out there, not only with Atlanta police, but also with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They will do an independent investigation and release those findings in the coming weeks or months. But Jennifer, a busy night in Atlanta, and of course, this news hitting the industry, music industry, very hard as news is spreading across the country about Young Scooter's death, reportedly on his 39th birthday.
All right, Cody Alcorn reporting for us tonight on certainly a complicated situation there. Cody, thank you so much.
That's insane.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That's insane. Let's see. Let's check out this news report.
Discussion, what led to the 39-year-old having to flee from police? Can you give us a little bit more detail? Because it just seems, what exactly led to him running away?
So, again, there was a 911 call of dispute with shots fired and a female being dragged back into the residence. When officers arrived, a male initially opened the door, closed the door on the officer's face without communicating completely. That's when the officers established a perimeter and the 2 males fled. Why they fled, obviously, we can't speak for them. So it's still an active investigation.
Was the woman injured at all?
So we were not able to locate a female. We ended up with 2 males and the decedent.
Was and you said the dispute started in a car, a moving car?
No, outside of the residence.
Outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the...
That's what was reported. We have not been able to substantiate any of that, which is also a part of our investigation.
And then when he jumped over the fence from one victim, what wound would, I guess, did he
So they say
shoot himself?
the police didn't shoot
No, there was no indication of anyone being shot.
What do y'all
This
think?
appears that there was When he fell, some type of fracture, injury to the leg,
They're saying
which
femur.
caused
It's femur.
the bleeding.
And to clarify, this wasn't any involvement with the Atlanta police as far as shooting?
Correct. There's no, in neither one of these cases were officers involved in shooting at all.
That's crazy.
All right, welcome back. More now on the fallout from our top.
That's crazy. Let's watch this one.
A developing story now out of the Atlanta area. Several agencies now involved in the investigation into the death of an Atlanta rapper after police say he died while running from officers. Take a look here. This tweet from the New York Post highlighting all of that, saying, quote, rapper Young Scooter dead on his 39th birthday in a freak accident while fleeing Atlanta police. A lot going on here, so let's bring in Lindsay Tuman, joining us live at the headquarters for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation with the latest. Good morning, Lindsay. Obviously, a lot known and a lot still left to figure out here.
A lot of questions surrounding this case, and that's exactly why Atlanta police asked the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to step in and handle this investigation. They say this all started when that man was fleeing from police when they were trying to surround a home.
A large police presence filled the area around William Nye Drive in southeast Atlanta Friday night.
Officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was drugged back into the location.
When officers got on the scene, they say they knocked on the door. A man answered and then immediately shut the door on officers.
The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, 2 males fled out of the rear of the house. 1 male returned back into the house. The other male jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing.
Investigators say when they located the man, they found him injured.
There was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture, injury to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
The 39-year-old was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital, where he later died. There have been a lot of questions over what happened on social media, which is part of the reason Atlanta police called in the GBI to investigate the incident.
And this is why we're here doing this press conference, to put out there that the Atlanta Police Department has not been involved in any shootings tonight. And the incident on William Nye, there was not a shooting at all.
Well, at this time, the GBI does confirm that Atlanta police called them in to aid in this investigation, but there haven't been any other further updates.
Here. Shout out to KB Goes Live. Make sure you hit that like button on the video and hit the subscribe button. So basically what I'm getting is the cops didn't do it, but he got injury from fleeing from the police. But this whole situation seemed a bit absurd because the false call, there wasn't no real probability to really condone any type of search warrant, I believe. I feel like that this is very strange. This is very strange. Do y'all think the police did it? Drop in the comments if y'all think the police did it, or drop in the comment you think it was an injury. Either way, I know personally that it sucks, bro. Like this is terrible. Like to see a life get taken. He's 39 on his birthday, chat. It's crazy. Let's hop into this video.
Here for a shots fired call, but when they got here, they didn't find any evidence of a shooting. So the situation that we're hearing about, we're hearing that a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, is dead. That's according to the medical examiner, and a loved one on the scene is the one who confirmed that that was rapper Young Scooter.
All right, so today we got Young Scooter in the news after he passed away last night on his 39th birthday while running from the police in Atlanta. This news started breaking last night, but it started breaking with a lot of misinformation included, right? I seen a lot of blogs, a lot of news sites posting saying that Young Scooter was shot and killed by the police. That's the narrative a lot of people were running with. As of today, it looks like that is not actually the true story. story behind this. However, his death still remains suspicious and mysterious to say the least, right? Like a lot of things just ain't adding up about this story right here. So young Scooter was celebrating his 39th birthday last night when police received a phone call about shots being fired and a woman being drugged back into a house at 273 William Nye Drive on the southeast part of Atlanta. When police arrived on the scene, they said that a man opened the door, and when he realized it was the cops, he quickly slammed it in their face before him and another man fled out of the rear of the home. One of the men that were running actually turned around and returned back to the house, but young Scooter decided he was going to continue running, and he made the decision to jump over 2 fences while he was fleeing. Officers said when they located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. The police rendered aid to him, had him loaded up and transported to the hospital where he would inevitably pass away from his injury. These are the official details that the police told to the press.
Police say they were called by someone saying they heard shots and then saw a woman being pulled into a home. Well, when police arrived, they say they didn't find a woman, but they did have a man open the door to that home and then close it in the officer's face. A lieutenant tells us 2 men then ran out the back door. The officers say that one of the men returned to the house, but the other one, young Scooter, jumped 2 fences, and that's when he was fatally hurt.
Right, so this is where the story got a little bit of confusion included, because pretty quickly we started to hear reports and people saying that while young Scooter was running from the cops, one of them had to have opened fire. They probably hit him in the leg, and that's what killed him. Which, I mean, that would make sense, except for the problem is that the police swear to God that that's not what happened. They say that his injury was a self-sustained injury, something that he did to himself while he was jumping the fences. And even though people were running with that narrative, there were videos coming out from people that were on the scene when this went down, literally standing there talking to the police, with the police saying that that's not what happened.
Police did not shoot Scooter, man.
Police did not shoot Scooter, man. They saying he's still alive. Detectives just told us. Don't believe the blogs. Detectives just told us.
So the police ain't killed him?
No!
Damn,
they say the police ain't killed him, man. That's wrong info.
What?
Wrong info, man.
What are you doing out here, man?
I don't know what he was doing out here, man.
That is so false, man.
That's like the opposite of what happened.
Yeah.
Man.
First off, them detectives look like the type of detectives you would see in a Looney Tunes cartoon. But you hear the detective say there that, you know, people claiming that Scooter was shot are just wrong, that that's the opposite of what actually went down. And this is something that would be further corroborated by a lieutenant of the Atlanta Police Department, Lieutenant Andrew Smith, in a press conference that he held last night. A press conference, like I said, where he denied that young Scooter was shot by the police, but like very awkwardly doesn't really give any extra detail about what might have happened. It's a really weird press conference. Y'all watch it.
Smith, Atlanta Homicide Commander. We're here to discuss 2 events this evening. The first being from the 200 block of William Nye Drive in Zone 3. Officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, 2 males fled out of the rear of the house. 1 male returned back into the house. The other male jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing. And that's what we have for you.
What was the discussion? What led to the 39-year-old having to flee from police? Can you give us a little bit more detail? Because it just seems, what exactly led to him running away?
So, again, there was a 911 call of dispute with shots fired and a female being dragged back into the residence. When officers arrived, a male initially opened the door, closed the door on the officer's face without communicating completely. That's when the officers established a perimeter and the two males fled. Why they fled, obviously, we can't speak for them. So it's still an active investigation.
Was the woman injured at all?
So we were not able to locate.
That wasn't even
a female.
able to locate.
We ended up with two males
allegedly
and the decedent.
Was part
Was the, and you said a dispute was started in a car, a moving car? The dispute
No, outside of the residence.
outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the.
That's what was reported. We have not been able to substantiate any of that, which is also a part of our investigation.
And then when he jumped over the fence with one victim, what wound would, I guess, did he shoot himself? Did he?
No, there was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injuries to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
And to clarify, this wasn't any involvement with the Atlanta police as far as shooting?
Correct. There's no, in neither one of these cases were officers involved in shooting at all.
That one started with a 911 call of a dispute.
Correct.
That's why you guys got there, and then
Dispute, shots fired, woman being drugged back into the residence. The Atlanta Police Department has not been involved in any shootings tonight. And, all right, thank you.
All right, so that was pretty much the full press conference about what went down. But it's strange because you can hear him say that they got a phone call. Somebody called the police and reported shots fired. If y'all remember the news clip from earlier that we watched, they said when police showed up, they could find no evidence of shots being fired.
It's just a strange situation. So police say that they were called out here for a shots fired call, but when they got here, they didn't find any evidence of a shooting.
Apparently on this phone call, whoever called them claimed that there was a woman being drugged back into the house. In that press conference, you could hear that guy say that they didn't even find a woman on the scene.
So we were not able to locate a female. We ended up with two males and the decedent.
For some reason, whatever reason, they claim that young Scooter just decided to run. When he was asked about why young Scooter would run, he's pretty much like, man, I don't know. So he's acting like there was no interaction between him and young Scooter at all, aside from young Scooter shutting the door on them. And a lot of the details, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, just aren't adding up a whole lot. You know, it's weird. It's strange for sure. But as of right now, that's the details that we have about what went down. They're claiming that it was some kind of fracture. You can hear one news reporter ask, did he shoot himself? Because I know some people were thinking maybe he shot himself in the leg. The policeman says, nah, nobody shot anybody. There was no shooting at all. And I mean, I did look into it. And if you suffer a fracture to your thigh, you do have arteries in your thighs, it can be fatal. Heard the cop say pretty much that he bled out, which leads me to believe maybe he broke something, hit an artery, and they just couldn't stop the bleeding. I mean, at this point, who knows? It's very strange indeed. But in response to all this, we did have young Scooter's son actually speak out about this, and he went on Instagram and he posted this. And it says, off APD, the Atlanta Police Department. He said, police or not, y'all ain't have no understanding about nothing. You pulled straight up, ain't give a uff about no handcuffs on me. I just wanted to make sure you good. That's all I kept asking, and they whole ass kept lying. Damn, my best friend gone. Happy birthday too. I know exactly what to do for sure though. You know I got my sisters and brothers. They overly good. Your son a hustler just like you. Watch this. And I found that statement interesting because he's very clearly blaming the Atlanta Police Department for what went down. He continued, he said, I promise I'm gonna get back to y'all. Thank y'all. I'm just trying to stay off this social media ish because we got lame ass blogs lying and man, I don't even want to see none of this stuff. I'm broken into a million pieces. I don't wish this this pain on nobody. My dad was a
My
good dude.
condolences,
He ain't
Shaq.
deserved this, right? And rest in peace to young Scooter, man. I feel for his
Rest in peace
family
to the
right
Jig
about
King,
now.
Shaq.
I know that they're going through it. All last night, he was on Instagram reposting stories of people wishing him a happy birthday. He was only 39. Trying to imagine being a 39-year-old healthy man and dying because you jump a fence is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, especially when the details about what happened are as murky as they are in this story right here. But one last thing I want to hit on is Rollo, right? Young Scooter and Rollo, they got a long, lengthy history together. Here recently, they kind of have been going back and forth. They've been involved in a feud. Just in the last year, we've seen them go back and forth to the point where Rollo pretty much asked Young Scooter to just get in a room solo with him so they could run the fade. Scooter had responded to him saying real ones don't fight each other. It's already a certain respect. If you feel you could put your hands on me, you gonna feel this fire. Y'all might remember that. But Rollo actually spoke on this situation as well. Kind of frustrated because blogs were already reaching out to him, trying to get him to do interviews and things like that. And you could tell that he was also hurt by this loss right here because the two of them never really got to patch things up. You know, y'all listen to what Rollo said.
Listen, dog, please stop calling my phone. You see what's going on the same way I see what's going on. And this do not feel good at all. My brother just got killed. And I can't even go slide for him. On top of that, me, his mama, his real family, like this our real core family, like before a rap song, before a dollar came, we family. I don't want to hear this talking about no interviews. I don't want to do no interviews. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to chill. Then I got to go in the club tonight and act like I ain't but I got to smile for these motherfucking cameras. This shit ain't no good feeling. I don't want to kick it, bro. Stop calling me, bro.
Yeah, so there's that. There's what Rollo had to say. But, man, y'all got to let me know what y'all think about it. Do y'all think the Atlanta Police Department is hiding something in this case right here? Watching the news clips and hearing the stories, man, none of it really adds up. They responded to a call about a mysterious woman that didn't exist when they got there. There were supposedly shots fired, but when they got there, there wasn't no evidence of any shots ever being fired. Bro died from jumping a fence at 39 years old in a perfectly healthy condition. Why was it ever reported that, you know, he was shot in the first place? There's just a lot of details that don't add up. Y'all tell me, do y'all think APD is hiding something in this situation? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, that's basically it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell.
What do y'all think, Shaq? Let's go ahead and tap in with DJ Axe, see what he's talking about.
Same day has allegedly passed away. We don't know the details around his passing at this time, but the sad and unfortunate thing that we're hearing is that he has passed away on the same day as, wow, he posts a lot of family pictures on Instagram, on the same day as his birthday. So supposedly today was his birthday. And he has passed away according to all reports. I'll just go in the last picture to see what people are saying. People are saying he died for real. Some people say no. Some people say, don't tell me the Jug King is dead. Some people are saying it's true, rest in peace. We did see Cardi did post on his like Finsta. I guess if you call this his Finsta, because it got 2 million followers. He posted Scooter on his main page, and he says, I grew up on this shit, shaking my head. And he has a picture of Scooter. Rollo, who's an Atlanta native as well. He posted on his story. Give me a second. He posted this. The heartbroken emoji with people think that it's for Scooter. And I interviewed Rollo not too long ago. Him and Scooter did have some words, but he also said that Scooter was his brother. And that, it was more of a brotherly disagreement more than anything else. And their disagreement really came more of disappointment because he loved and he cared about Scooter that much. We're kind of getting people pouring in about, with their condolences and reporting that he has passed away. The circumstances, I've heard a few things, none that I really kind of want to just put out there yet. They're really unsubstantiated.
Insane, chat.
Some people are saying it's by the hands of police, which we just haven't confirmed at this point. But apparently he was born on March 28th, 1986, and today is March 28th, 2025. He looked like he's passed away at the age of 39 years old.
That was yesterday.
According to Say Cheese, they're saying Atlanta police has killed rapper Young Scooter, and there's more details that would come. ATL Jacob came out and says, ATL Jacob came from Young Scooter. Man, brother, you forever legendary, okay? Adam22, who posted RIP Scooter with a picture of Derek Chauvin, where Scooter said, die in jail, bitch. And maybe he was alluding to the fact that ultimately and subsequently Scooter lost his life to police, okay? They're saying, Atlanta Uncensored is saying, Atlanta rapper Young Scooter has passed away on his birthday following a shootout involving Atlanta police. That's kind of like, wow.
That's insane, chat. That's literally
Roll out.
insane.
Rest in peace, Young
What
Scooter.
the heck?
Why would Young Scooter have a shootout with police? It's a guy who, a lot of people love. Some people say this is the situation here. One man was killed in a shooting just blocks away from the State Farm Arena where the NCAA tournament is being played. Let's go to Dylan Fox 5. Let's see what's going on. So he was killed near like the place where they're playing basketball.
State Farm
downtown, that big
Arena. The State Farm.
Dylan
yes,
Fox 5, right? That's their name?
Arena.
Okay.
State Farm Arena, chat.
You look like they work at Fox 5 Atlanta. So one man was killed? Yes. Let's see if we get more reporting from Fox 5 Atlanta. This is kind of random. We just don't know what happened. We also have not officially confirmed that it's Scooter, even though according to all his loved ones, he has passed away. Is there a police blotter for Atlanta that we could figure out, like, maybe what was the circumstances? So he performed a few days ago. Got in a shootout with police.
You say you a hit, man, but you ain't hit. You say you a hit, man, but you ain't.
What? That's that hit, chat. That was a banger, chat.
He was killed allegedly by APD downtown by Sweet Food Lounge. A police-involved shooting. Now, I'm making assumptions here, and I want to, if you watch this in the future when we do know more details, forgive me for some of the assumptions I'm making if I happen to be incorrect.
That one, chat.
When I hear police-involved shootout or shooting, I know there has been, historically, at times police have used fatal or lethal force when people are unarmed. But I think for the majority and vast majority of the time, police, if they use lethal,
the whole thing
lethal
is
action
crazy.
to that extent, it's because they're doing it because the person who is a suspect or whoever the altercation is with, there's a gun, right? We're not thinking police are just pulling up and executing people, generally. So I'm wondering, why would Young Scooter have a shootout with the cops? Did something else happen? Did they respond? Like, I don't know if you guys ever read the full police report about all the details involving the King Von situation. Like a few of King Von guys died, but died by the bullets of police. Police showed up, didn't know who was who. So anybody with a gun in their hand was almost, if there were, weapons are legal in Atlanta, but if they were doing anything that seemed like it was aggressive, they were going to neutralize that said person, right? And that makes for an interesting situation. So you run into your op, You and your op get into it. Gunshots go off. The police respond. The police don't know who's the good guys and who's the bad guys because everybody got guns. And for them, they're like, when they show up, when they say, police, put your weapons down, and niggas still got their weapons, they're shooting niggas. I don't know if that's the situation. It could be another situation where maybe Scooter has some shit on him. Allegedly. Again, we're speculating here. He got something on him. They pulling up on him.
Damn.
They trying to catch him, and he's like, fuck that. I'm not going to jail today. We know a couple niggas who be on that type of shit. Today, I got time. I'm pretty sure we'll get some more details, and I know my phone is buzzing, so we're going to stay on this. We're going to stay on this for a bit. Let me see. Chat, if you guys do have any additional details, videos, obviously nothing that has... what is this?
This is insane, chat. Can't believe you on Scooter on his birthday, chat. I wish he was just going. I wish he was asleep, just relaxing. That whatever happened, chat. I wish he was just relaxing, sleeping.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Maybe not around nobody. Just with his family. You know, his girl or kids, his kids and his girls.
Yeah, I'm getting consistent reports.
Damn, sure.
That absolutely the police are involved, but I have no idea what the full reason is. Anyone else has responded? Yo, isn't it sad? You know, I feel like young Scooter has been one of those people where he had his time in music where he was, you know, people were really tapped into his music. Don't know exactly what happened with whatever with, you know, because he's Future's artist, right? But essentially, we all believed that, you know, still a legend. Locally was always seen like a legend. You know, people always had tremendous respect for him. But maybe he wasn't the hottest musician out. It's kind of unfortunate when you pass away. Like, we all are like so intrigued, and it's not necessarily about the artist. It's like we're like kind of, and it's sad to say, we're kind of intrigued just with death, right? So it's like he died, and everyone is tweeting about him. Everyone's talking about him. Everyone's intrigued to figure out what happened to him. And I'm pretty sure maybe a few weeks ago, if he had put out a song or he had a concert, he probably would want the same level of intrigue, right? So we also got to be honest with that, too. It says Atlanta rapper Young Scooter, also known as Kenneth Edward Bailey, was reportedly shot by our police today. Our heartfelt condolences goes out to his family and friends. Let me see. Has it hit the police blotter yet? Okay, there's some local shit.
This is insane,
let's go to Atlanta.
Y'all know Young Scooter? Y'all tapped in with hip hop like that?
Yeah, it really hasn't hit anywhere yet. So this must have just happened. Now, I'm hoping that, you know, and by the way, it looks nighttime here too. So it must have just happened. Yo, I'm hoping that we don't see the cliche him bleeding out on the pavement video, because people love filming niggas' last moments, and I hope that doesn't come out at all. So it's his 39th birthday. I'm also thinking about what could have happened. 39th birthday, bro. There's no way he's sober, right? Like, that's another thing too. You know, when I hear people down on their birthday, I'm always thinking they're having a good time. They're probably intoxicated because they're celebrating. One thing leads to another. Things go left.
See, that's why I was low key thinking maybe he was turned up.
Bunch of bad and unfortunate circumstances lead to
certain mental states where
either
you
an
might
incarceration
be, you know,
or
like,
death. Right?
Being intoxicated, chat, like anything, chat, just drinking too much, smoking too much, like, it's not gonna be nothing crazy, chat. Sleeping, not enough rest, you know, you might just stay up, have no party. To see you being intoxicated and run over a fence and getting hurt.
It's just fire still.
That's what him. That's what I think he could ran. Maybe he was like booted up, and the police got him a tent. Like got him a tent.
Has Metro? I know Metro Boomin was
made
really
him run.
close with him as well. Let's see if Metro Boomin is saying
That don't make no sense. Shit. He should just stay in the house, not answer the doors. It wasn't.
Has he said anything?
Nothing really.
5 minutes ago, he just posted that he's gonna be a found blue. He didn't really post nothing. Yeah. Maybe on his Twitter, Metro Boomin. I know Future will probably say something at some point.
It's insane.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything recently on Twitter. Okay. Jeez. When I seen the news, I was thinking like, oh, is it an overdose? Because when people say so-and-so has passed away, you almost think it's like a non-violent situation, right? Oh, boy. Anybody with any information I could...
Damn,
I know my people are working trying to get some more shit on it, but, you know, it's pretty early on. It looked like he may have passed away, like, within the last 2 hours. I'm wondering how they have confirmed his death already, unless he was clearly just dead on arrival. Because usually even when police confirm the death, police would at least be like, we rush him to the hospital, we try A, B, C, and C, D, and E, and, you know, he died to his injuries. But look like they're pretty certain. I mean, look what he was up to. This is his stories right here, Chad.
It's crazy to watch his stories, chat. And this,
He was retweeting all everybody telling him happy.
That's insane.
Happy birthday. Insane. Everybody was just.
Now when you see this, like what? Oh man.
I'm also, let me look at these other people's stories. Maybe they have said something since. 32 minutes ago. Take the ones who don't give a damn about life for real. The ones who neglect their family and children, not the good ones, not the ones who matter and big factors to their family. Wow. Happy birthday, young Scooter. I love you. Let's see what this person said. Look like this might be a family member.
You got a lot of love for the family, chat.
Let's see how they're dealing with stuff.
He was taking care of business, chat.
I love you so much. I hate that this happened to you on your birthday. This junk's so lame. Get your rest, bro. Get your rest, Uncle. You'll be missed, and you're one of the realest people I know. I love you so much, Uncle Scooter. Always and forever in my heart. Fuck, that's sad. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely real, Chad. It's definitely real. Happy birthday, Uncle. Let's see what this person said.
All his family members.
No, like my uncle, bro. Huh? This is overly too much. Like that for real. I love you. Happy boss day, Negro. Okay. Yeah, look like everybody's reacting to this, man. Ain't no fucking way. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, everybody's reacting to this shit. Looked like you had a lot of people who loved him, though. Okay, this person's reacted, yeah. Happy birthday, Unc. What this person say? Just talk to you, Unc. I guess it is posted screenshots.
To see that chat, to see all the families that depend, like all the family members. That
pretty sad, chat.
He was a big factor. They said, like they're saying he's literally like a family member that is really there.
It looked like his last story. What was his last story? Wow, there's a lot of people who fuck with this guy. His last story seems to be 4 hours ago. All right? 4 hours ago. This is the last story. 4 hours ago. So it looked like this is a...
It's crazy. That shit's crazy.
Apparently Quavo has just posted about it too. Let's look at what Quavo said.
Quavo posted about it, so what Quavo said, shot. So Quavo said, shot.
Probably said something on the story, right?
One, that's my homes. Nigga, that's my homes. Hector, that's my homes. Jesus, that's my homes.
Yeah, kind of sad, bro. Not gonna lie to you. This is
crazy.
Yeah. Wow. All right, well, we'll get you more information as it comes along. Real quick, we're going to take a pause from this Big U indictment. We have Atlanta police who have done a press conference regarding the death of a young scooter, so we're giving you a continued update on what's the current information that we now know. If you guys don't know, rapper Young Scooter out of Atlanta has been confirmed deceased. He passed away. People claim it was a police-involved shooting, and now the police, precinct there in Atlanta have now issued a press conference to give some clarification on their investigation or what has happened that people are interested in. Here we go.
The first being from the 200 block of William Nye Drive. In Zone 3, officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing. The second incident happened at Lucky Street and Mill Street. This call came up around 6:35 p.m.
Now, I believe that first incident was them describing the Young Scooter incident. So they're claiming that he tried to flee the scene. He hopped over a fence, suffered an injury, and
y'all believe
it was a leg injury from what people are saying. That he bled out. They're saying he bled out. So
y'all think that police did it? Is it police find something, or did he really injure or something? I injured his leg. They said it's his femur. They said he broke his femur, but they're waiting for the autopsy to release and stuff.
Oh no, I went to YouTube. Sorry. Okay, now we'll go to this.
Good evening and thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Jennifer Bellamy. We are following breaking news right now in the city of Atlanta, where just minutes ago, Atlanta police held a news conference about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live for us tonight right outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. Cody, you just stepped out of that briefing from police. A lot going on tonight. What have you learned?
Well, Jennifer, the main thing we want to set straight here, the lieutenant over homicide with Atlanta police saying they did not, in fact, shoot young Scooter. They say there were no shots fired during this ordeal tonight on William Nye Drive. I believe we have a live look at that scene right now.
I'm wondering if there was like barbed wire or something. They were acting like this was like really downtown. This is like a residential area, not like downtown.
What Atlanta police say did happen this evening is that they were responding to a call from a home there on William Nye Drive involving a disturbance with weapons. As officers got on scene, they got reports that there was a woman involved in this, possibly shots fired, and that she was taken back into the home. However, at this hour, they cannot find that woman. What they did find in the home were two male suspects. One of those males returned from the home after running away. That second suspect never returned, and we're told as he was making his way from that home, he actually jumped 2 fences. It was during one of those jumps he landed and somehow broke a leg. Some were hearing initial reports it was a femur. Again, we don't know the details of exactly the injuries, but tonight the medical examiner says a cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. But again, this is now confirmed to be Bailey, a based rapper here in Atlanta known as Young Scooter. While there are reports coming in from across the country tonight that Atlanta police shot this rapper, they say that is, in fact, not true, and the GBI has been requested to that scene that you're looking at, William Nye Drive, to give a third-party investigation. But again, to walk you through, there's a lot of confusion tonight with this story. APD responded to that home involving a weapons dispute. At some point, they got a report shots were fired, and again, a woman might have been taken in the home when officers got there. They did not find that. They say those 2 men ran from the home. One returned to that house. The other one, who was Young Scooter, again jumped 2 fences, and during that run over those fences he fell, and what we heard originally was fractured or broke his femur. He was rushed to Grady where he died there in the ER. So again, a lot to still uncover on this situation, but Atlanta police wanted to make it very clear tonight. They are saying their officers did not fire a weapon, and that Young Scooter died as he was fleeing from that scene on William Nye Drive. Of course, for his family, a heartbreaking situation and a very active investigation going on out there, not only with Atlanta police, but also with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They will do an independent investigation and release those findings in the coming weeks or months. But Jennifer, a busy night in Atlanta, and of course, this news hitting the industry, music industry, very hard as news is spreading across the country about Young Scooter's death reportedly on his 39th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that sucks, Sharon. The 39th birthday shit.
So they basically get a call. I'm wondering, so clearly they're saying he died because he jumped over a fence. I don't know if it's a barbed wire fence. I don't know if he jumped over and something like.
Yeah, was it a barbed wire?
Like there was something sharp went through his leg. Because if it's just him breaking his leg, how does he die from a broken leg? That's kind of odd. But there was mention that there was some firearm related shit before. Maybe he was already shot. Maybe. I don't know. They're not mentioning gunshots though. They claim that his injury was as the result of a fence or jumping the fence. So I'm guessing maybe he broke a leg, but also he got stabbed by something or cut by something. Some people are trying to say he bled out. That's crazy.
That is crazy, shit. What do y'all think?
Let me see if
He's saying that the man was deceased. He's not.
These 2 incidents are not related in any shape or form, and that's what we have for you.
Can we confirm?
Do y'all think the police did it, or did he really hurt his leg?
We do not at this point. That's a function of the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office once they notify the next of kin, so that we were premature on that.
And on the 42-year-old, you guys sent out a release originally saying that the man was deceased. He's not deceased?
Correct. Grady was able to bring him back in the trauma room where he was taken to the operating room and is now in ICU.
So what was the discussion? What led to the 39-year-old having to flee from police? Can you give us a little bit more detail? Because it just seems, what exactly led to him running away?
So, again, there was a 911 call of dispute with shots fired and a female being dragged back into the residence. When officers arrived, a male initially opened the door,
Wax Boy,
closed
thank you for
the
becoming a
door
member,
on the
bro.
officer's face without communicating completely. That's when the officers established a perimeter and the two males fled. Why they fled, obviously, we can't speak for them. So it's still an active investigation.
What type of feds?
I want to hear from the other
So
person that ran
we were
chat.
not able to locate
I want to hear from another
a
person.
female. We ended up with two males and the decedent.
Was the, and you said it disputes was started in a car, a moving car? The dispute
No, outside of the residence.
outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the.
That's what was reported. We have not been able to substantiate any of that, which is also a part of our investigation.
And then when he jumped over the fence from one victim, what wound would, I guess, did he shoot himself? Did he?
No, there was
See,
no
even
indication
the
of anyone being
reporters
shot.
are like, what happened? Like,
This
how did he die
appears
from
that
his
there
leg
was,
injury?
When he fell, some type of fracture injury to the leg, which
Fracture
caused
injury to
the
leg.
bleeding.
They're saying it's a femur.
To clarify, this wasn't any involvement with the Atlanta police as far as shooting.
Correct. There's no, in neither one of these
The
cases
Atlanta
were
police
officers
is
involved
denying
in
the
shooting
accusation
at all.
of shooting.
Daron, thank you for becoming a member, bro.
Scooter in the leg.
So we do have, just because of the confusion, we have the GBI that's going to come out.
Yeah, the
to
GBI is going to be a lot, Chad.
39.
It's going to show a lot.
So GBI will come out and they'll independently look into what you got.
Correct.
Yo, we got to go over
just
that
to confirm.
GBI and see
But
what's
that one
going on.
started with a 911 call of a dispute.
Correct.
That's why you guys got there, and then
Dispute,
dragging
shots
the-
fired, woman being drugged back into the residence.
And not to add confusion to it, but switching back to Lucky Street and Mills Street, 42-year-old from Charlotte.
North
Any
Carolina.
Idea of
Him and the two groups. All right.
Oh, wow. It sounded like a freak accident if we're going to take this guy on face value. He hops over the fence. There was a second fence he hopped over. And he breaks something. Is it internal or external bleeding? But looked like that bleeding led to him not surviving. That's crazy.
That's not good. That is crazy. What do
Might
y'all
be a
think,
freak
Chad? You
accident,
think
or it
it's a
might be
freak
more to the
accident, or
story.
What do you think? What do you think, Chad? What do you think?
The people who shot him, are they in custody or still on the run? Reports are out there.
No,
Do y'all believe this?
And this is why
Do y'all
we're
believe this,
here
Chad?
doing this press conference to put out there that the Atlanta Police Department has not been involved in any shootings tonight. And the incident on William Nye, there was not a shooting at all. All right. All right. Thank you.
Oh, wow. That is interesting.
This is very.
State ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
So this is a freak accident, according to what everybody's saying. This is a freak accident. They said this is the aftermath of the scene.
Talk to this dude for 20 minutes, and these fucking assholes shoot him in the Wendy's drive-thru for no fucking reason.
Huh?
For no fucking reason. Shot him.
What the fuck?
I saw y'all talking to him for 20 minutes, dude.
Okay, yeah, this is not. Okay, this is not Scooter. Huh.
This is
I don't know
crazy,
if I'm
Chad.
that
This is
satisfied with
literally
that
crazy.
explanation, bro. I mean, I hear them, but it's like he jumped the fence and died? What? They claim this is the area. Looks like a decent area. You see, Atlanta be looking weird. Like this would be like in New Jersey, this is like you are in a high affluence area. This is a rich area. This might be the hood in Atlanta. I don't know. So they're claiming somewhere here, they respond. He jumped up 2 fences. I don't know if these are the regular fences here. Yeah, I'm just looking at fences. But somewhere there. Yeah, all these like This look like a fence. Yeah, these fences don't look that, but you never know. It could have been like one of these fences with a sharp thing kind of goes through his leg. I don't know. It gives out while he's jumping the fence. He just flops over. He breaks his feet. I don't know, bro. I'm trying to make sense out of this shit.
This shit is not adding up, really, Chad. I mean, think about it. Like, I don't see how it's adding up.
Yeah, I see some of y'all saying maybe the wooden fence went through his leg, but yeah, that's like a freak accident, bro. This sounds like a freak fucking accident. I wonder why he ran. Maybe he
That's
had
what
a
I'm
gun
trying to
on
figure out.
him,
Why would he run,
or
Chad?
maybe he's on probation. He can't be around guns or can't have police contact. All right.
Right. Cody Alcorn.
Let me see.
Trying to make sense of it. How you gonna jump over two fences and then break your femur and die? Like, that seems really suspicious. Suspicious. Like, honestly, the
Yeah, I think
GBI
we
is
played
going
the
to
most up to
give
date
the most details
shit.
we need because we just speculating right now. Like the GBI when it comes out, if it don't be tampered with, chat, like
Yeah, we played most up to date shit. All right.
it'll show you the reason, like how
All
the
good.
injuries
Ooh.
became. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's um, let's see if I can find any more information. Hmm. Let's see.
Good evening and thanks for being with us today. I'm Jennifer Bellamy. We are following breaking news right now in the city of Atlanta, where just minutes ago, Atlanta police held a news conference about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live for us tonight right outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. Cody, you just stepped out of that briefing from police. A lot going on tonight. What have you learned?
Well, Jennifer, the main thing
Rapper Young Scooter has died after an encounter with police that took a bizarre and deadly turn. Atlanta News First Bridget Spencer is live from William Nye Drive in Southeast Atlanta. Bridget, there's a lot of speculation online about what exactly happened during that confrontation with police.
Right, when this all happened last night, there seemed to be a lot of confusion floating around about what
that's
happened.
where the
And police
houses
took
are
the
at,
time
chat.
to explain the story just late last night.
I don't see how you can jump over a
started
fence.
at
The
about
fences
5
don't even look
o'clock
too high,
yesterday
chat.
evening. They got a call from
Like,
somebody saying that they heard shots and they saw a woman actually being dragged into a home here on William Nye Drive. When officers arrived, they say a man opened and shut a door in their faces without talking to them. That's when two men ran out of the back door. Officers surrounded the property at that point. At that point, they say one of those men came back to the house. The other person, identified now as Kenneth Bailey, also known as Young Scooter, suffered a leg injury when he tried to hop the fence.
The injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing.
Young Scooter is well known in the Atlanta area. He has collaborated with big name rappers in the rap world. He was 39 years old, and we are told that it was also his birthday when he passed away. We're live in Southeast Atlanta. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Thank you.
That's insane. That is literally insane, Chad.
We're alluding to the Rolling 60s takedown that the feds did, which took our boy.
RIP to Young Scooter, the Jig King. I want to look into the next topic. The next topic is going to be the Luce Cannon situation. Okay, if y'all know about the Luce Cannon situation, is basically okay. There's a RICO case that happened, Operation Drawdown, where Big U got indicted. Now, there's a couple people that got indicted too as well, like one of the No Jumper co-hosts, Brick Baby, as well as No Jumper appearance guest, Luce Canyon. So right now we're about to tap in and see what the actual let's see what Luce Canyon said that got on the paperwork for the indictment of the RICO case. So let's go ahead and check this out right here. Now, remind you, some of this stuff on this interview and this clip right here was on the actual indictment for the RICO case. So let's hop into it.
Yeah. But this crazy calls me the other day, and I was doing something. You know, you're doing something, you kind of listen to somebody talk, but you doing some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude did some shit, made me drop some shit.
Uh-oh.
I misplaced a little, I was putting together our remote control car. I done misplaced a piece, I still can't find it. And I told him, and you know me, Adam, if I get some information or some content, I'm gonna fry your ass up.
Yeah,
I said, nephew, this content I can't present. You gotta present it because you ain't lied to me yet. Because he's behind a lot of that you've seen, you just didn't know it was him.
Okay.
We're gonna tell you off camera.
What kind of stuff?
He's behind a lot of that you see on YouTube. You just say no, it was him. So I know he ain't no book. But man, listen.
No, so
yeah, you gotta elaborate on this shit.
I got to, because at the end of the day, it's like dealing with, like, you know, when you're in hood politics and stuff like that. And well, let me go back where it first started, right? So I ended up whooping Molly Ma ass, right? Put it on camera. Guy named Big U. It's cool. They used to be brothers, right?
Then you talking about Big U and Molly Ma.
No, Big U, Molly Ma, and you.
Yes.
Molly Ma, who you're friends with.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Right. Yeah, they used to be. They all
Still my brother. He put us on the phone together.
Still my brother.
Yeah. Molly Ma is a good dude. He just a scammer. So you know,
Molly's not a scammer.
Allegedly.
Molly Ma is a scammer on crazy.
You and Molly Ma
But
is
they
good.
cool. They still
No,
good.
me and Molly Ma is good.
He talks the truth, regardless
Molly's
they
not
like
a
it or
fucking
not.
scammer.
I fuck
You
with a
know
bunch
what?
of scammers.
This is what I'm gonna say.
Look,
All the business I've ever did with Molly, he always delivered.
No, have you ever seen Molly Ma produce a song?
He has the producers.
No.
Pooh Bear, nigga.
Pooh Bear is a writer. Pooh Bear is. He
makes the studio available.
Yeah.
He provides the beats. And then he demos them. And then when people pull up, he press play. I got a hit. The Game and Jeremiah joint.
No,
came from Molly.
he's just saying though that he just puts his name on things. He don't really do it.
A whole bunch of these producers do
right
that.
about
That's
that.
smart. I
You
want to
know
start
that
doing
shit.
You right about
That's
that.
true.
That's a fact. Go ahead. We listen.
Okay, so basically, after I whipped Molly Ma ass for doing some bullshit, and then and Molly Ma would tell you, he was like, I was in the wrong, I was fucked up, I was going to jail, I was off drugs and stuff like that. I was just fucked up. So I don't know why I play with you like that.
I don't know that, Molly. I guess when I come around, I've never seen him do drugs or none of that shit.
Yeah. So, I told him that, and then I guess Big U told Molly Ma some shit, and then when Big U told Molly Ma some shit, he told you. Molly Ma told you.
He definitely told me.
And then you called Big U, and when you called Big U, he got mad because you outed him, or Molly Ma outed him. So he basically said, "Fuck you," and fuck Molly Ma. So
that's why he got mad at me?
He got mad at you because you called him as a man, and you stepped to him, and he felt.
Because Molly Ma's supposed to be his brother. I've seen Molly Ma bail him out of jail, give him his mansion, just give him the fucking mansion and say, here go the keys of my cars, you my brother, I love you. When he was short on money, Molly Ma go in his pocket, look out for him. I saw Molly Ma help his artists, give him free beats. So when I hear some shit like that, because it was a situation on Sunset, Molly Ma's eating. You see some guys pull up and they get at Molly Ma, right?
Saying what?
They get at him. Ain't no saying nothing. Action.
They beat his ass.
They beat his ass. Okay.
They get at him, right? That's loose. So I'm like, so I get the call, right? I'm like, he like, yo, I said, yo, who was that? He like Luce Cannon. I say, what Luce? I say, where he from? Because I know it ain't him. Because Big U from 6-0. Ain't no way Luce get that Molly Mall like that. So when he say Luce Cannon, I'm like, from where? He like 6-0. I say, wait, that was Luce that did you like that? I said, hold on. So I called Big U. Hey, man, why is Luce doing that to bro? Now, you got to remember, me and Marley do real business. I come get a beat from him. You know, I pay him for his beat, give him his points. We got to hit him and Game and Jeremiah came from Marley, right? So Big U, like, laughs the shit off, right? So I'm like, yo, bro, what kind of shit you on? I thought Marley is, you know what I'm saying? What kind of shit you on?
Yeah.
Right? So then, you know, he started to make mention of certain things, and I guess he must have called you back or called Marley back. He called Marley back and said, you called Wack? And told Wack, and at this point in time, Marley like, fuck me calling Wack. What's up with your homeboys doing me like that? You know, I didn't let your kids stay. I didn't did everything in the world for you. What's up with your... And at that point in time, I think Marley's light came on.
Yeah, but see, people don't understand, like Big U, he got his name for dealing with like niggas like me. So it's not like he actually doing work or putting in work himself or whatever. He just do it and then put his name on. Same thing like what Marley Marl do. Marley Marl act like he made this beat and take a picture in front of the studio, but actually he's selling you somebody else's product. You get what I'm saying? That's what Big U do. He finesse niggas. He acting
but is
like
that somebody's product? Because if Marley Marl provide the workplace, he provide the tools, and he say, yo,
and don't
I'm gonna let you work here, and we're gonna cut this shit up. My influence is gonna bring the artists here to move the product. I never heard Marley say he did the beat.
But what kind of shit are you saying that Big U does that he then
shit.
stamps but doesn't actually do? You're talking about like
so
street shit?
Yeah, they're like street shit. So basically, say if I go do something in the hood, right, and he knows about it, he'll tell everybody in the hood.
Like it's him.
So like it's him, but then they be calling me. It was like, cuz you just did this, and I'm like, cuz that's like some police shit. Because why would you be telling, if me and you is the only person that know what we did, it shouldn't even go between.
Are you woke, Luce?
Of course.
Are you woke now?
Yeah.
You know why he's putting it out there, right?
Of course.
He got to get that credit from that 7-7 street contract.
Of course. So at the end of the day, it's like, I realized, like, damn, it's 2023 and you got a BlackBerry. Like they didn't even.
How long have I been asking you about that BlackBerry?
Since 2015.
So that's the phone that he got?
Yeah, his name in the contract. 7th Street Division issued him a BlackBerry as a police issue phone to report all gang violence in his grid area. And this is an annual contract. If he doesn't produce, then they take it. He's been having a contract 10, 11 years. He did such a great job. He went from $550,000 a year. They gave him a $440,000 bonus. We send the contract. But listen, fuck all that.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like, he'll manipulate things. Like, we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get that? Oh, well, we're going to just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cuz it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police shit. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns. And when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like, he was doing like shit like that. And I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because
this
I'm
is
his,
high-tech shit.
I'm his right-hand man. You get what I'm saying?
You hear this.
So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm going to get it. You get what I'm saying?
Buying guns and writing off serial numbers.
One day,
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right? Because he was going to make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course. He did that to, when I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
This was supposed to be the
the club, when you sweated him in the club?
Yeah.
Hit a light button.
And Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, they sent that because I called Ross. I'm like, Ross,
Boy, this
drop
shit
off,
getting crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're gonna let Meek live on Crib. So Ross dropped off the 50,000, and so me and the homies we go back. He stopped answering the phone. He stopped picking up and shit like that. And we were like, "What you doing?" Like 2 days later, he called me. He was like, "Oh nephew, where you at?" And I'm like, "Nigga, where my money at?" And he was like, "Oh, I needed it for bills. I needed it for." I'm like, "What?" Like, cause that's some weird shit. And then he stopped answering the phone because I'm trying to pull up on him. Like, bro, you got to come and see me. And then it's like we were doing a TV show like a while back, right? And I'm on a phone. He FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick. So I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone.
Chad,
I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got, or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up because my cousin is Nipsey's baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? That fuck you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey, and I was like, "Yeah, I love you, cuz," or whatever like that. I'll see you later, or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey, and so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah, and
you
we
like
were just talking on regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot 1 minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you
and
just
30 minutes after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you
in the world
a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early because the homie Shitty double back 3 times. You get what I'm saying? And first he shot him, boom, go into the alley, came back and shot him, boom. It wasn't good enough, and then he came back and he shot him again. But now it's like
how did he know?
Yeah, no, but
that's crazy.
It's deep. So it's like I don't know who to trust.
Now let me ask you a question. I heard this. I don't know how true it is. I heard that Shitty and Nipsey had a fight.
Yeah, they had
prior to a couple weeks before that.
They had a fight like a week before that. When they had a fight, you know, Shitty ain't known for fighting.
Yeah, not at all.
He known
not at
for
all. Yeah.
doing the other things. So at the end of the day, it's like Nipsey beat him up. Nipsey is what? It's like 6'4", 6'5". Shitty is like 5'5", 5'6". You get what I'm saying? Like frails. Like he get high.
So there was already some friction there.
Yeah, it was already friction because of like some police telling shit and.
Now let me ask you something, bro. Because you know they gon'. I know you.
Beat up.
See, you don't say nothing. You kind of like me in a way. You don't say nothing unless.
But the homies know. So it's like, it's not like I'm saying something that they don't know. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like you telling me, oh, I'm fucking with the police or whatever like that, trying to smooth your background out. So I'm like, on 6-0, I'm going to expose your buster ass neighborhood crib. And if a nigga take it any type of way, they could get at me or I'll pull up and get at them. It's like.
So you pretty much saying he called you, told you Nip got killed. You called Nip in a panic. He answered the phone.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear his voice, you like, well, Nip ain't dead. But you don't warn him what he said. 30 minutes later, you get a call after the fact, Nip dead.
Yeah.
We're alluding to the Rolling 60s takedown that the feds did.
We got some more content.
Luce was crap.
So what we just got done watching was basically what's on indictment for the Operation Drawdown indictment RICO case with Big U implemented in it, as well as Luce Cannon. So let's see. This is Luce Cannon. Let's see.
Fuse this call.
Okay, let's see.
Your current balance is
So this is Luce Cannon clearing the air about a chat with Big U after No Jumper call.
This call is from
Okay, so we should actually watch this one first and then hear the response. Make sure you hit the like button on the video chat.
Cracking, bro.
Luce Cannon.
What's up with it, King? How you doing?
Not much, man. We tapped in right now. We got the Viral Way on here. We got Lush, and we got the one and only Munchie B.
Andre.
What up? What up with everybody?
Chilling, man. Yeah, we were just having conversations, and we were kind of, I mean, I guess first question is just how are you doing in there? What's your state of mind as you're locked up?
Nah, the state of mind is good because at the end of the day, it's like, let the truth be known. Like, I don't with the niggas. You know what I'm saying? So everything else is false.
Okay. Do you what's your media strategy in terms of talking on podcasts, doing live streams, etc., while you're in federal custody?
No, it's not that. It's just I'm doing the same thing that I was doing outside. You know what I'm saying? Nothing changed. At the end of the day, it's like I have no parts of what happened, what's going on, or anything like that. But I ain't gonna say anything. A lot of people rolled over and turned on the nigga, and it is what it is.
Who turned on you already?
No, I'm talking about on Big Useless.
Oh, people are already telling on him.
Yeah. So it's like I'm just sitting in here right now, just going through the process.
Damn.
Is everybody telling Luce, or do you know specifically who's been telling?
Shit, everybody got out. The only people that's still in here is what me breaking him.
Have you had any conversations that were basically like, we'll let you out right now, you just got to tell us this, this, and this?
Hell no, that ain't no conversation.
So they consider you to be such a crucial part of this case that they're not even proposing a deal.
No, I haven't. No, it's not that. It's not that at all.
Safety valve?
It's just the point of it is it's just not going to happen. Just put it that way.
The feds know that you're so solid that they wouldn't even ask you to talk.
No, it's not going to happen.
So did you catch word that I just revealed it like an hour ago on this podcast, but basically the feds came to my house and the one and only thing that they were interested in was the cease and desist from Big U because of your appearance on the podcast with Wack, in which you basically said that Big U had knowledge of the Nipsey situation before it happened.
No, see, the thing is, it's like, I'm going to say it like this because
Sorry, we just got done watching that too.
Which is why send a cease and desist if it's not true. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are suggesting.
It's defamatory, though.
Yeah, even if it's not true, it is
right.
It's a defamatory statement for sure. Absolutely, I could understand him not wanting that out there, even if it wasn't true, to keep it a stack.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What'd you say, Lush?
I was saying it's a defamatory statement regardless, so I could see him not wanting that out, even if it wasn't true.
Yeah. But if you wanted to prove somebody that was a liar, right? You just telling them put it out, right?
No.
Why stop it?
Crickets.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. But if we talking right, that's facts, right? Why stop something that you saying is a lie?
Right. I mean, hey, I guess he really wanted to stop that narrative, I guess.
When a lie linger too long, it become the truth, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a defense attorney, but I could think of a few.
Like, nobody want to lie out there about him, so that's why you would do a cease and desist. If you feel it ain't true.
Well, that's like career-ending information. You know what I mean? Like, or statement. If people associate him with the death of somebody so beloved, that fucks off his business, right?
But everybody is getting misconstrued. Nobody's saying that he has something to do with it. He just acknowledged. I mean, no. It's just like if somebody somebody that know me, right? And they basically be like, man, I'm either gonna get that nigga because of whoop-de-whoop. And I'd be like, well, shit, go and get your man. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it is. My statement is Nipsey wasn't his brother. Nipsey wasn't like his son. He keeps claiming that, putting that energy in the air when he didn't fuck with Nipsey and Nipsey didn't fuck with him.
He said
when the
Nipsey just flew him out before they passed. They patched it up.
No, they didn't.
They
didn't
was in New
patch it
York
up
together or
because-
something like that.
Yeah, they went to New York for a video shoot, but it was still animosity because it was still a situation that happened after that. Why he didn't go and support Black Sam at the Marathon Burgers then? If everything was patched up.
No, for sure that ain't patched up. We saw that in the Black Sam interview for sure.
Cause Nipsey is Big You little homie essentially from 60s. Black Sam is not from rolling 60s. That's just Nipsey's brother.
No, Black
so he
Sam-
don't have to support Black Sam like he will support Nipsey, his little homie, his younger homie.
Good point.
That's not the same thing.
No, yes it is, because the marathon continues, the Marathon Burgers, anything that marathon is based off of Nipsey. Like, that's what he stood for. That's what he pushed. That's what he wanted to do. That's his thing.
Hey, if you pass away tomorrow, Adam not fucking with your twin brother, bro. so that marathon ain't gonna continue. Cause he messed with you, not your brother.
No, the thing is, if somebody's pushing the narrative, right, and it's in all good honors of Nipsey. If I have my brother, not my twin brother, but if I have my brother,
You don't like your
on
twin,
the
though. He said, no.
situation or whatever like that, I would have Adam. I hope what Adam would still support. If something happened to Brick or whatever like that, I'm pretty sure Brick's wife or whatever like that, Adam would still support that. It's different.
That is true. If me and Brick were beefing, and then we got cool right before he died, and then his girl opens up Brick Burger, for sure, I'm at the Brick Burger. I'm turning up the Brick Burger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm chasing Rockstar across the street.
So since Crib Mac been in jail, have you checked on Mama Bear?
We've been talking. Yeah. I helped him out around Christmas time and all that
Shouts
kind of
to
shit.
Mama
yeah.
Bear. We love Mama Bear.
All right.
And Granny Bear.
Definitely. Man, if he was out, he would probably be in this Rico too.
Busting all these assholes.
JK.
Look, I got no comment on the Rico. Nothing to do with the Rico. No comment.
Oh, that was a Crip Mac joke. My bad.
You know it's free loose. It's free loose. Free all the guys.
Like, everybody is going to support everybody. Only the real is going to stand. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody that was on the indictment rolled over. Everybody out of jail. Everybody was making statements.
So you and Brick are the only ones who didn't have anything to say?
We're the only one that's still in jail, right?
I didn't know everybody
Damn
was
near,
released. I
yeah.
didn't know
Of
they
the
were
ones
all
we know.
released.
It was 4 already in jail though. When they
Everybody else is
landed.
out.
Damn, everybody being out is bugged out.
Luce, activate your patience, man. Stay off that phone.
Hey, how do you feel about people celebrating people going to jail?
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the ops were throwing a party.
Okay, so think about this, right? Because I never ever celebrated that. I took a stance on that before.
No, not you. I'm talking about how you feel about others celebrating.
I don't fuck with it. Not at all.
So you don't fuck with 600 and whack celebrating people going to jail?
I don't fuck with nobody celebrating a nigga going to jail, but I don't think Wack and 600 take that stance. I just think they just don't fuck with Big Yusuf.
I ain't heard him laugh this much.
You think Wack's been celebrating, Munchie? You really think he's been celebrating?
It might be a little muted, but yeah, it's damn near a ticker tape parade
it's like
over
a
there.
passive aggressive celebration.
The 100 side? Oh yeah.
100 side turning
I
up.
don't think they celebrate, but at the end of the day, it's like it's the best outcome for him. But other people have been affected by certain situations he's done. But I don't want him to go to jail. I'd rather if we beef him, we handle this shit on the street.
Why is
That's
Cuz on the
it.
phone saying that?
Yeah, I don't know if you should say
Hey,
that.
hang up, hang up, cuz. Hang up, like, hang up, bro. Y'all, you doing crazy shit now, cuz. Hang up.
Like, I don't want him to go to jail. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Shitty burger.
That's just kind of weird for somebody to say. I want
Y'all niggas crazy,
my enemy to go to
cuz.
jail.
Y'all letting this nigga incriminate himself. Hang up, cuz.
No street dudes say that, Adam.
I know, but nigga, don't do it while we on here, cause it look like we condoning it, cuz. We're not with that, bro.
Luce, the
Hang
viral
that
way
up,
wants to
bro.
make it clear that they think you're incriminating yourself and that you should stop.
Who's the
Hey,
far away?
Long as you
Podcast
self-snitching
from
and not
Long
on
Beach.
nobody
Yeah, we
else.
don't got nothing to do with what he doing. I just don't want to watch him do that, bro.
Shout out to them too.
Hey, Luce, hang up, bro. Let your lawyer talk.
You ain't got one yet.
You said what?
I said hang up and let your lawyer talk, bro. Like they gonna use this for content. Don't do that shit, man.
Yeah, but the thing is not saying anything that I haven't.
Nah, bro, but you in some real shit, bro. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Activate your patience, like bro said. All this circus, don't do that, bro. You in facing some real life shit. This the internet. Don't do that. They gonna laugh at you. None of these niggas gonna put money on your books. None of these niggas gonna come visit you. They're gonna laugh at you when this phone call hang up, cuz. Don't. The fame ain't worth that shit.
Everything you'll go. Even the females. The females, they go bounce on you.
That's not bad advice.
He already got one.
What females you talking about, my
Frankie,
nigga?
people are doing stupid things.
So what you talking
Hey,
about?
hey, if you his wife and you care about him, stop
You only
letting him
get
do
one
this.
like. I got shot
talking
7
about the
times.
majority
I
y'all.
pronounced that.
Hey, look, niggas gonna do what they want, but I'm gonna give you some real advice.
He been to the pen
Right,
before. He
Frankie,
know.
steady yourself, stay out
Calling
the
in
way,
from the-
handle your
don't-
business,
look,
take care of your
Streets.
family,
Long as you keep
take
the
care of your
business coming,
kids.
and the
Life's simple,
pen and
Jack.
paper, some pictures. You know, some. You go do what you do. That's just how it go.
I'm gonna just need y'all to put a little respect on people's names and don't try to be disrespectful here.
No, that's
All right?
that's to the gender.
Before we just really cut the line off, and that'll be that.
Hey, respect
No.
his.
She cut it off.
Hey, look, respect his freedom. Stop letting him do this to himself.
And respect his woman and respect him too.
No, it
If
ain't
he
just
does
you.
Respect his freedom. If he chooses to do that, he's a grown ass man. He's gonna do what he want to do.
Yeah, but you supposed to care about him and not let him do that shit.
Hey, look, Shreese. Females that got on me during my bid. When they bounce back at the end of the last month. It happened like that.
60 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well, y'all got 60 seconds for me. What else y'all want to say?
Yeah, but at the end of
What else y'all want to say?
Free Luce Cannon.
Free Luce.
Much love to the homie Luce.
Hey, you got the right to remain silent, cuz. Exercise
Y'all think
that.
this is
Hey,
snitching?
Luce,
chat?
are you
think
banging
this is
Sweetie in there
snitching?
too? Are people fucking with the Sweetie movement?
Sweetie.
Yeah, sweetie.
Yeah, that's right. We needed that.
We need everybody in the feds banging Sweetie gang.
FruceCannon.com and purchase that merch. It's FruceCannon.com.
That's right.
Hey, hold your head, my guy. And Sharice, let us know when you're in LA. We could tap in, do a podcast or something. We get whatever.
Thank you, Sharice, for real.
I'm sure I'm gonna send you my Zelle, Adam.
She on the freeway
I
right
bet.
now.
Bet.
She on the freeway right now. You heard her on the Bluetooth. She en route.
Dang, chat. All right, let's see. This is a response to people saying he was snitching on live stream. Let's go ahead, hit like on the video chat and tap in.
Correction facility and is subject to monitoring. Call press 0 to refuse this call. Your current balance is $37.94. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey, baby.
Hello. What's up, wife? What you
Ma-
got going?
Well, I'm just now trying to feed the baby. Man, that was a crazy live with Adam. I can't believe he called me to ask me those questions.
Yeah, I know, but I want to clear the air with everybody too, because I know it's a narrative talking about that I shouldn't be saying this and saying that, but I feel that I'm an innocent bystander in this, and everybody knows that I've been breaking down his character for years. You get what I'm saying? And I feel that they trying to run a narrative. So you saying to what is I'm saying? I didn't say nothing that have not been said already. I'm not putting no crimes on nobody. I'm not saying he did this, he did that. I'm just talking about how his integrity, his morals, how he carried himself as a person is no good. That's why I call him Big Useless. I'm talking about the things that how he portrayed himself to be a real street dude, but then he works for the grid program and do sideball stuff to his community.
I see. So basically, you saying that he basically worked for the police, not against the police.
Yeah, so it's like this, right? If somebody is working for the grid program, and he's the top honcho of the grid program. And if something happened and you reporting the situation that happened, when you doing that and you supposed to be a street dude and you getting paid by the city to swear and protect your community, why would you still be in the street life? Why would you be doing certain things that you're not supposed to do? You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Your son is in the NFL. Get out of the street stuff, and then certain things won't happen. Everybody will still have the same respect, but they know that you changed your life and you working with just the community. That's what you want. You want change, right? But he don't want change. He still want confusion.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm breaking down the situation, even with the Nip situation, is I know he don't have nothing to do with his demise, but at the end of the day, that wasn't his brother. He didn't love Nip like that. He used Nip as a tool for him to market and get in the industry. He used Nip for money to profit off of it. Because why would you have a 10-year contract with your son or your brother,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not doing anything to help his career? Everything that Nip was doing, it was him, Black Sam, and Adam, and all of them doing. It wasn't Biggie Useless doing things. No, it was him on his own. So when I talk about a man's character,
This call is
they
from
talking
federal
about,
prison, chat.
oh, you said this and this and this. How is I'm saying everything that I think,
Or they're still in
and
county
saying that
jail
I
in Las
never,
Vegas.
I don't
Or in
fuck with him.
Vegas, where he's
I've
at, I
been
believe.
stop fucking with him. It's been years, baby, and you know that we've been married for years, and you don't see him around. You don't see him
We definitely
to the
been
wedding. You
married
don't
for
see him
2.
going
We
to the birthday party.
met for 3
What you
for
say?
sure. For sure, I haven't. I can tell you for sure. I haven't seen or heard you talk to him since we've been together. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, it's just things that he have done.
Mhm.
It
Well, listen. At the end of the day, you just wanted to send a message to the trolls that are trying to, tell you how to live your life and do things. You are the only person that can choose what they want to do. So we're recording this so they could hear it. You just keep pushing whatever narrative you want because ain't nobody else can push a better narrative than you for you, and post to someone else doing it.
Yeah, so they say, oh, let your attorney talk and stuff like that. But what does my attorney talk? Don't he supposed to talk about my case and what I'm supposed to be done and innocent? If I'm not talking about my case, if I'm not talking
Chat, he
about
is technically
something that
talking
could
about his
hurt
case.
any
The stuff
individual
he's saying
that's
is in the
in
paperwork
this
indictment. I'm
situation,
not too sure if he
what
read
is I'm really
indictment or
talking
anybody read it
about?
to him yet.
About me still doing certain things and giving out interviews and giving out content and entertaining people still while I'm in here.
What I don't understand is, honey, these people are talking about you, but they're making content for their own clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that's spreading lies and rumors, while you guys are in there really fighting for your lives. Instead of doing that, they need to be like, yo, how can we get together to help these black men that are in a situation that they shouldn't be in? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not saying they got to get along with you, but what I'm saying is they just all love to rain on someone's parade. Like it's just crazy.
It's a goofiness, right? But
Mhm.
when certain individuals that was making videos in jail, right?
Mhm.
And everybody is watching them.
Yeah.
And well, so what's the difference of me doing it? Oh, because I'm the biggest on the internet.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what.
So
I think it's more
But you're
so
not you're
because
not
what he's
saying that
saying
that's
on the
going
internet
that's
is
has
inside of
anything to do with
paperwork and
what's going on with
indictment.
this Rico.
I'm not too
So
sure if
at
they
the
read
end
it
of the
yet.
day, you're saying things that's already public. You're saying things that's already on the internet. You're saying things that that are there. You're not telling stories or anything like that. That's already not
There's
being
actually a
said.
story that's actually
So
in the indictment
First of all,
about him
I never
robbing
say anything
MM
that's
and RR.
incriminating to
MM supposed to
somebody.
be Meat
If
Mills
it's an
and
open case or
RR is supposed to
anything
be
like
Rick
that,
Ross.
it's none of my business. I
Mhm.
don't wish jail on him. I don't wish jail on nobody.
Right.
But I'm not going to sit there and stand with people talking about or parading and
Frankie, you
saying
say I
that
also
I'm
still have 2
talking.
bullets in
But
me,
what is
one
I'm
behind my
saying,
heart,
You want some more
one in
I
my
sweet
need people
stomach,
potato?
to
but
use
I
their
love
common
life.
sense.
You want
Watch
some
your
more sweet
They
friends
need to
potato?
and life.
understand that I'm a celebrity.
Love your life
It's
and stop the
entertainment.
killings.
It's
I
things
agree,
that
Frankie. Love your
culturally
life, protect your
known
family, work
for
hard,
people to do. But
and
when they seen
stop
us
the nonsense violence
Okay,
chat.
good.
But
video, we
Mhm.
talking
it's
about
so
they
crazy.
making
The
videos with
whole
footage.
society's based off of
They
violence.
not saying, oh,
We're in
stop
war with
talking
every
and stop
country
saying this
besides
or
America.
stop saying
America's
that or what.
constantly in
No, they
a
watching
war
it.
state, ready
But
to
since
bomb somebody
everybody
if they
wants
try to
Oh,
take over America.
well,
everyone has
they
an
love
opinion. They want to form an
yeah,
opinion.
Humans,
everybody
we're humans, so it's
they want
crazy,
to
Yes.
have
chat.
an opinion
Hopefully, we
because
can
it's
evolve
going
inside the next
it just go
species
away
so we
because they
don't blow
figure
each other up
if
with
I
nuclear
go
What's
away,
bombs.
it'd be
wrong?
their turn.
Your son is so
But
greedy.
it's
He loves sweet potato now. He is crying because I'm not giving it to him fast enough.
what?
I'm feeding him sweet potato.
Oh yeah. You know, fat boy, eat the food. But yeah, no, and that's where I want to get out. I want to clear the air and make sure that people really understand it's entertainment, but I'm talking about somebody's morals and somebody's um, integrity at the end of the day. Nothing else.
Do
Nothing
y'all
more.
think this
Nothing
entertainment
less.
or should
No
certain
criminal
things
case.
not be said on the
All
internet?
right, well, y'all heard
I'll
it
let the
first.
lawyers do that.
Y'all heard it first from Loose Cannon's mouth directly. You know, he's not gonna listen to none of y'all. And he's not saying nothing that he does not want to be said. He's a grown ass man. He's gonna do what he wants to do. And y'all ain't his mommy or daddy. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy and watch the show. Cause you guys are gonna watch regardless.
They're gonna watch it and they're gonna the YouTubers is gonna make content. So sweetie,
YouTubers definitely gonna
sweetie,
make content,
we
chat. I'm a
we still
YouTuber
doing it. We still
making
pushing the
content
movement.
on this
Y'all go
situation.
to
Even though it's a serious situation,
itslooscannon.com and buy the merch
it's
to
being on the
support me.
internet and
That's it. That's
publicized.
it. And if you don't support
So,
him, oh well. We appreciate you
you
too for
know,
watching this video.
Well, I guess
hopefully
it's
everybody
supporting
get
in
free from the
other ways.
situation. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, by the
I don't
hate.
got no
We love it.
involvements. I really don't have no
Well,
opinion on what's
they
going
say
on
a
between
hater
their
will watch
situation.
the full time and a
I don't
supporter
do
will watch
crimes,
half.
so I
That is
just,
a
We
fact.
appreciate y'all
you
all.
I'm boring.
You too, Callie, right? You too? You appreciate them too?
I'm,
Yeah. Yeah.
boring, shit. We just be
Oh.
we be doing nothing, bro. Like I just be
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day,
working out
I
and
love
watching
you
TV.
I love you
I'll be
or
too.
chilling,
whatever,
chat.
and get the word out. And people don't understand the movement. They wanted to stop, but we're gonna keep pushing. You get what I'm saying?
All right, there you have it, guys. There you have it.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
All right, chat. That was Loose Cannon response. Um, let's see. What's this? Mushy
Because I
pictures
mean,
was
that's the one
Cannon.
thing that we
W.
all
Lush.
feel kind of lucky about is that when you look at this indictment and you look
This
at the
Munchie
stuff that Big
B
U's being
opinion
charged
on
with,
this.
it's like with Luce, you definitely have more reason to be worried because he's directly looped in with some of the gnarlier things that Big U's being charged with. Brick shit, they arrested him at the same time. They put him on that whiteboard with him. But as far as what we know right now, he wasn't involved with any of the crazier shit. His shit is more of a straight up and down like guns and narcotics case, which realistically any of us over the past couple of years probably kind of could have guessed that was coming down the pipeline after his house got raided.
Hey, Luce wanted to prove to the world that he was a rolling 60 Crip so bad that he told on himself everywhere he went.
That shit
And
crazy
now
as
he's in
fuck.
jail and he's still calling everybody.
That's
I
the
wouldn't be
wildest
calling
part
none
to
of
me.
y'all.
So what y'all think about that? Like, y'all know them, they in the feds, they facing this indictment, and they're still calling
They
in.
for it, nigga.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're still calling in. So if Brick, I just heard Brick call in today.
Did it once just to clarify that he didn't get stabbed.
But that was real short. That was
Yeah.
like 3 minutes. Where
Right.
I feel like Luce has done a lot. He's talking to damn homie. He's talking to like whatever. He's pulling up on anything.
Party line loose, huh?
I hope he's already spoken to a lawyer and that the lawyer has basically told him, hey, it's cool. You can say whatever you want on these podcasts, which I don't really think that a lawyer would have said that to him.
He didn't speak to nobody.
Personally, I think that he's saying too much. He's doing a little too much because, I mean,
Even
man,
Adam
like
saying
your
he's
lawyer
saying
is just
too
going to tell you
much.
to be
That's
quiet.
crazy.
They're definitely not going to tell you like, hey, go talk to as many different podcasts as possible before you even get out.
Is that content for y'all?
Fuck the lawyer telling you to be quiet. The phone gonna tell you the phone's is recorded.
Yeah,
if you don't know by now, niggas still thinking. There's a lot of niggas that in caught cases in jail in the county, whether in prison, from talking about shit too much, and they use these damn calls in your case. Like
This
people
is
act like
global
that shit
tell.
can't happen.
You were receiving a call from an inmate in California. You're on a recorded line.
You familiar with the process, huh, bro?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Mid-central.
I got a library, so much money on the homies' books. You feel me? Like
So
shit.
as the owner of the platform, is that content for you? Like if Brick call in right now, nigga, I'm in here going up. I'm woo wop. Are you gonna let that play, or you gonna be like, cut it out type shit?
Especially given the situation that we're in right now. If he started to say stuff that was a little over the line, which I didn't actually see the clip of him talking in the news, but I was looking at the comments and it said that he said, we don't get stabbed. We're the ones doing shit to people, which does not seem like a wise thing to say. I wasn't around for him saying that. But, I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess when it's a live phone call, it's kind of different. I don't know. I just saw somebody in the comments suggesting he might have said
Stop
that.
this cap. I gotta call cap. It's
What?
you gonna for sure use this content.
Well,
the reason I say that because wasn't I just seen a clip of what was that Luce girl or something called you?
What'd she say?
She was telling you she was gonna call you every time he called and all that.
Yeah. She was saying that.
He said
Adam said, I don't give a fuck, cuz content. I'm going up.
Hey, she seem a little happy, like she getting her moment.
I know what you said.
She got her
Yeah,
channel
it's like-
back. She like, give my phone back. Nah, for real. She's
I'm not
excited.
channel back because he was using her channel.
She's a
That's-
star now.
The thing is a lot.
Sharice is cool, man.
This cloud shit is crazy.
The channel said Sharice Mills. Now it didn't say Sharice Mills and Luce Cannon. Like he didn't hijack the shit. She got her shit back. She happy.
See the cloud.
Breathing hard, walking up to the car building. I'm like this.
The
girl.
cloud addiction is crazy. It don't matter what form it come from, but people don't understand. It's not gonna hit them, and God forbid that happen to them. But until somebody gets smacked, when you get hit with that time, then it become real. It become realer. It should be real right now. But the fact that niggas is still calling in and doing that, I don't believe you taking it serious right now.
Hey, bro. Hey, so you don't think when Luce Cannon hang the phone up, he like, yeah, I think it's an act on the phone. He's stressed out.
I think you're supposed to be.
No,
It is very easy not to be stressed out.
This is what it might be.
But look, Munchie, they
focusing on your case.
They still kind of fresh in, so you feeling like, well, you thinking in your mind they ain't really got nothing on me. That's what niggas want to think. A lot of these niggas not getting their transcripts immediately when they hit jail. Now these niggas they even asking for their paperwork. They just getting there and just whatever the people tell them. A lot of these niggas run with that shit. So I don't think it's actually sunk in yet until you go to that first preliminary or that court date. Then they get to telling you football numbers, and now you looking crazy.
And do you think the high of just kind of being a celebrity outside is still not worn off at that point, right? Like they calling in, making calls, people probably talking about them. Do you think that has attributed to as well being like not necessarily feeling like I'm locked up?
Because somebody like Luce, I'm gonna be real, like he's been out here trying to go viral for the last however many years. And now it's happening on a level that is so much crazier than probably his wildest dreams in terms of being the main character, being talked about. So you know that as much as, yeah, it sucks that you're sitting down and you're locked up right now and you're probably going to have to spend all this money on legal bills and everything else. You might stay in there for a long-ass time. It's like, no, you're famous too. And you're riding this out and you're seeing the numbers go crazy. And for somebody like him, it's probably kind of hard to like take those two things and detangle them because this is kind of what he wanted for all these years, even if it's happening in a way that comes with some bad side effects or whatever.
It's like Tay Cage checking his YouTube metrics the day after he dropped the race while he's on the run.
We've seen a lot of rappers really kind of fall in.
And got mad about that if the earth was invaded from outer space, they are not coming for this black and white
he got cracked and came back.
land other.
Cowboy did
That's when we will come together.
The fact that story is real is
Chat.
still, that's even
Do y'all
more
think
crazy.
you're gonna take an alien
crazy thing.
Had a cowboy hat on.
race.
I thought he made that up. That really happened.
No, he didn't have the hat on.
Or do you think
Nah.
certain races was selling each other
I
out?
just seen him like
or,
run up on him. I know he came from under a mobile home. Nigga.
No, he was up under the
happened
thing
too.
trying to hook like something on.
He's changing tires.
And he heard somebody
Like
say,
China,
"Is that
make a-
Luce?"
like
He came
make a
from up
deal
under the
with,
vehicle,
the
like,
aliens.
hold on. And then he got cracked and he came back. And then he went to jail the next day. So Luce had a good week. Like if that's what he's looking for, the clout.
Absolutely wild week for sure. But also, like, you guys keep talking about the content, like, oh, you exploit it for content. Think about this. Do you think it's good for the content, Brick not being on the podcast?
Not
Sucks.
in the long run, for sure.
No, not for y'all podcast, because y'all built him into the main character, and the audience that you built is strictly off of this type of stuff. So from a business aspect, I understand why he does what he does, because the second he tries to switch, you see the chat. What the fuck is this? We don't want to hear politics. We want to hear gang shit. That's what you built the platform on. So now it's kind of like a necessary evil. You're stuck with that.
You know what it is that I've been in this situation so many times where you have something happen that is bad for your life, terrible, negative, awful. Nobody would want this, but it comes with a ton of benefits from the sense that the podcast starts doing better. When X dies, No Jumper's lit. No Jumper has the biggest day that has ever had in the history of this channel on the day that X died. So somehow I have to balance the fact that every news reporter wants to talk to me, every podcast wants to interview me, etc., and my boy's dead and I get to watch the video on the internet. When the guy pulls up at No Jumper and puts the fucking gun in my face and almost kills me, all of a sudden I'm on Logan Paul's podcast. All of a sudden, I do a clip talking about it, gets 1 million views, etc. And so it's like I'm kind of used to like dealing with this balancing act where you have something happen that is objectively shitty, like, well, no pun intended, that like Brick Baby getting locked up, and then at the same time it's like, oh, everybody wants to hear about it and we basically have to create content about it because we're kind of just beholden to the audience to make content about whatever the most interesting shit is going on.
Yeah, the negativity gonna spread faster.
I don't think everything is content though, but people let shit fly because, Rockstar Girl got the recording. Like she took the opportunity, and then I don't think that his house was really surrounded. But Sharice was fake recording a standoff. So, but if it was real, that'd be weird.
Yeah, like in retrospect, that might not have been real.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then you got Brick Baby, the famous. I'm about to crash. Everybody
Crash
thought
out.
the camera should have been cut before that, but it kept going. So that people that
refused.
Who's going with this right here, Scott?
Tell y'all why this is the content Rico. I've never seen a Rico case ever. And by the way, LA podcasters, y'all got to stop, man. AdSense is not this good. I swear, I've been getting paid for AdSense for damn near 15 years. It is not this good. When I see, if you're locked up, respectfully, you shouldn't care what's going on at No Jumper. When I see Brick Baby calling in, I'm like, ain't no way. You shouldn't be on no phone. Look, this is nasty work, and I'm a civilian. And this is where the current culture of not only LA podcasting has made it, but this whole is content has made it. We don't need you to call in from the feds. This isn't that like the people in jail are still trying to amuse the people sitting at home with popcorn. It's crazy. Check out the content. No, this is not content. I don't know who needs to hear it. And I'm saying this respectfully to Brick, Luce, all of them. Y'all are in a federal indictment. This shit is serious.
God damn, I only got like 4-5 minutes to talk.
All right, look, you live. Brick, you live.
The moment Brick hears that, he should have hung the fuck up. Could you imagine Lil Durk being like, yo, Ack, we on stream? Ack, we on stream, gang? Yo, Ack, man. Man, I know I'm facing this case, man, but listen, man, fuck them niggas from the other side, man. You sent my album out, man. This We Got Content shit has gotten so far, the one time y'all should just be quiet and chill. Let the lawyer do the talking. You only got 5 more minutes. I only got 5 more minutes, but yo, we live?
Live.
They can hear you.
It was the yeah.
All right.
Shit, I ain't saying nothing. Hey, no, it just is what it is. Free to know. You already know what it is. Free to break. And nigga not tripping. We right here live from the Fed. And ain't.
We live from the feds.
Live from the feds. Crazy.
Someone has to tap these guys on the shoulder and say, "You're in
Live
federal
from the feds
prison.
It's crazy.
Or
work.
a federal jail, a federal facility. You shouldn't be worried about the
Live from
Tuesday show at
feds,
No Jumper.
what?
Respectfully.
That's insane.
What's going on?" And I'm
That's
thinking
insane,
LA and the West Coast is the place where all these niggas are certified gangsters. They always been in the chain gang. I don't see this shit when they hit niggas with Ricos on the East Coast. You seen Casanova Group go down? I seen Cas do an interview, but he's already convicted. Yeah, if the case already done, you're doing some time, cool. But before the indictment comes down,
Before the indictment,
before
that's crazy.
the feds even show you all the cards, y'all talking? What the hell going on in LA?
Wild work.
Yo, AdSense money is not this sweet. You know what's crazy too? I don't even think Adam would be like, yo, bro, since you called in from the show, I'm going to pay you like you was here. You called in from jail to the show. I'm going to just pay you like you was here. What? This is content. No, it's not.
Content.
It's
not content, Chaz. It's real life.
Oh, my God. My client is in a indictment federally for having guns and robbing people, and he calls into No Jumper to say we do shit to people. No, no, not like this.
The Fed and ain't shit happening with the brick gang. We do shit to people. We the people. We ain't.
Bruh!
Chat, he said we're the one that do things.
We got content. Like,
Content.
Come on, chat. We got content. Yo, let me tell you this. Clout is a hell of a drug. You got all these gangsters that cannot stay off the phone. They heard it was wiretaps, and they're still calling. They heard it was wired. It's like, and you know what's crazy? There's no more people optimistic than the people who's in jail. Yo, how last week episode do? Good? All right, bet. Let's go viral again. Yo, I get 15 minutes call soon. Like, yo, let me. What's going on? Respectfully, if y'all are on Clubhouse, again, you're going to have the civilians do what they do. But if you're named in this case and you over here still, come on, bro. Y'all got to chill. Y'all, talk about somebody. Let me tell you this. Again, I have no criminal cases, but let's say I shot a nigga, right? Hopefully I never do, right? But let's say I shot a nigga. I got it like an assault case with a gun. Bro, the last thing I would want to be online doing is breaking down my case. When the feds or whoever are trying to like build the case. Like, this is like, I haven't seen, the LA scene, I've called this Big U case the content Rico. Because the niggas who locked up refused to stop giving us content.
The content Rico, chat, we're going up with this one. We're going up.
You're facing life. All right, fuck that. But let's get to the content. What? Wait, hold on.
Get into the content. Chat, y'all here for the content? Hit the like button. Everybody's in here. Hit the like button.
When will they stop? Right now, the West Coast is making AR Ab look like a saint.
I've seen him do it.
The niggas on the West Coast, nothing don't happen to us. We do the shit to people.
Damn.
Wait, what?
Chat.
Hold
you should
up.
not be saying this on the federal line.
Bruh.
On the
Y'all
jail line,
can't take
federal
6
line,
months off
anything.
content
Prison,
right now?
jail, anything. Police station, all that.
And ain't shit happening with the brick gang. We do shit to people. We the people. We ain't, you know what I mean? We ain't going for none of that. I heard there's some shit going viral talking about a nigga that did something.
Yo, if you're in jail worrying about what went viral, that's the problem. You need to worry about what's going viral in the grand jury. What's going viral in the discovery. What's going viral at your detention hearing. And what's going to go viral when the judge hear it and deny your bond. What's going on? How are we still worried about the content?
For real, chat. Do y'all think this is content?
Yo, we're not seeing this nowhere but L.A. Respectfully, I love y'all, L.A., but y'all got to stand accountable for this.
Blank is being recorded. The phone is being recorded, but fools still talking.
Yeah, I know I'm facing life and shit, but I see some shit on the internet. I thought niggas saying it's going viral.
Guess what?
Talk about
it's content.
Something dick, nigga. Yo, tell these niggas, man.
Nah,
yo, listen,
right,
I don't pick no boogers. All I do is pick the ops off the field, nigga.
Why they
Fuck
still
that.
talking
Let them know.
on the
Get this
cell
viral.
phone? It could be
We got
even your basic
content.
phone
I
is
can't
tight.
believe it.
Basically,
This
like your
is
phone
crazy.
is tapped. Like even your normal phone is tapped. So why are you gonna be talking on the federal prison or jail case, chat?
Man, come on, man. You already know. They on there. It's a whole bunch of rumors flying around. They said you got hit up in there, all type of shit.
Man, I'm that guy, dude. Like, not like that, though, bro. But you know what I mean? Unfortunately, this is where I grew up at, gang. So this like second nature.
This nigga just started like, the nigga did a face palm in real life, bro.
Unfortunately, this is where I grew up at, gang. So this like second nature to a nigga. But it's all gravy. We right.
This call is from a federal prison.
We got
content.
Yo, this is sick.
It's sitting in chat. It's really sick.
Yo, when you hear that drop, we got content. Yo, this is crazy.
This call is from a federal prison.
Yo,
chat.
If you get into the content and it say that drop over it.
This call is from a federal prison.
Wait, we still contenting? Yo, this is crazy.
It ain't what a nigga think it is. The nigga be back soon. They probably gonna give a nigga a bail soon, but you know what I mean? They on the way.
That's love. That's love. Glad to hear from you. Glad that you can talk to the people and let them know that you're safe. Cause there's been rumors going around, all type of shit.
And I'm on the main line, nigga. Ain't on none of that other shit. So nigga, it is what it is. Free to break. I'm finna be right here to you.
Please ask me.
I can't really talk too much on the phone about nothing crazy. You already know.
100%.
Free me. Yeah.
It's just free Brit. The people wanted to hear you.
Nah, he ain't go that crazy. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. This next
ain't saying
nigga,
too much.
who's my man's? Chat. This is the worst shit I've ever seen, bro.
It's time about Luce Cannon, chat.
Luce Cannon. My man.
I know it. Chat.
He called in and looked like he was going to trial on no jumper. Nigga, the host, they were trying to hang up on the nigga. They're like, yo, hang up. Yo, hang up on this guy. Look. Hang up on this guy, please. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Luce, what's cracking, bro?
Luce Cannon.
What's up with it, King? How you doing?
Not much, man. We tapped in right now. We got the viral way on here. We got Lush, and we got the one and only Munchie B. Andre.
What up? What up with everybody?
Chilling, man. Yeah, we were just having conversations, and we were kind of.
We got content.
I guess first question is just how you doing in there?
I hit the like button on this video.
As you're locked up.
I hit a like button on this late night
I've
stream.
never seen people make jail look like it's that lit.
Sorry,
like,
it's so late. I know
jail
we
is
do it
just where we
earlier.
go get the content. Like we're coming back soon. Nigga, I would see Rico and be like, yo, when I see Rico, in my mind, I hear 20 years. These niggas is looking at it like it's gonna be 20 minutes. LA niggas might be built differently, because this all about the content.
Mine is good because at the end of the day, it's like, let the truth be known. Like, I don't put the niggas. You know what I'm saying? So everything else is false.
Okay. Do you what's your media strategy in terms of talking on podcasts, doing live streams, etc., while you're
That sounds a little nasty. Yeah, you need to clean your throat out.
No, it's
You heard that chat? He coughed it. You heard it. The flimming stroke.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing changed. At the end of the day, it's like,
Yo, this is crazy. Nah, I'm just inside. Like, ain't shit changed. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, that's very crazy. Yo, I'm facing a federal RICO charge, but ain't goddamn thing changed. Sweetie! 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 No. We got content.
We got content.
Stop. Please stop. Just stop it.
Yeah, we got the content right now.
I don't have to. I have no parts of what happened, what's going on, or anything like that. But I ain't gonna say anything. A lot of people.
Now, when you get a street nigga on the phone, this is why you gotta hang up on him. When a street nigga said, "I ain't gonna say nothing," he finna tell us everything.
Rolled over and turned on the nigga, and it is what it is.
Who turned on you already?
Yo,
Adam.
Vlad 22 is over here.
Vlad 22.
Who turned on you? Who's snitching?
Vlad 22.
What? Oh, let's just commit witness intimidation right on the federal phone. Live on the podcast. Witness intimidation. Who turned on you? Who's snitching? This is... We got content.
We got content,
No,
Chad.
I'm talking about on Big Useless.
Oh, people are already telling on him.
Yeah. So.
Oh, this is crazy. Do these niggas not realize when you're charged with something and you're then publicly saying, yo, there's people telling on us? Number one, it looks very horrible when that's played in court, because it's like you're saying that someone is implicating you. It's almost presumes or assumes guilt, even though that's not how court works. But when they're thinking about letting you out on bail or bond, it's not about beyond a reasonable doubt. It's really about a lot of discretion. And if you like, this man snitches in here, man, like we only in here because a couple niggas couldn't keep their mouth shut. Yeah, they're not gonna let you out.
So it's like I'm just sitting in here right now, just going through the process.
Damn.
Is everybody telling Luce, or do you know specifically who's been telling?
Shit, everybody got out.
Is everybody telling?
Still in here is what
Chad.
breaking him.
Have you had any conversations that were basically like, we'll let you out right now, you just got to tell us this, and this?
Hell no, that ain't no conversation.
So they consider you to be such a crucial part of this case that they're not even proposing a deal.
No, I haven't. No, it's not that. It's not that at all.
Safety valve?
It's just the point of it is it just
They throwing in all type of words. Safety valve? Are you proffering?
it's not gonna happen. Just put it that way.
The feds know that you're so solid that they wouldn't even ask you to talk.
No, it's not gonna happen.
So did you catch word that I just revealed it like an hour ago on this podcast, but basically the feds came to my house and the one and only thing that they were interested in was the cease and desist from Big U because of your appearance on the podcast with Wack, in which you basically said...
By the way, let me also put this out as well. I think it was not smart for Adam to be divulging that information. Sure. You know, again, what Wack says he's whatever. But the reason why this case is going how it's gone is because of people using public platforms to put out proprietary information on a federal investigation. So from the timing of the arrest to all these things, the police is realizing niggas is fucking up their investigation. Adam, they try to get some shit from Adam on the low because they're probably working on see if they could tie Big U to Nipsey, and Adam's on a podcast blabbing, and not only that, he's telling the defendant who's in jail on a podcast saying, yo, they asked me about remember you told the story about Big U and whatever, and I got the cease and desist. They wanted that. Bro, the feds is watching this shit like, okay, all right, so if we're gonna, not that Adam's in trouble, but if we're gonna play him, we gotta play him a certain type of way because he's gonna use everything because this is the we got content indictment. Everything is content. Listen, I just want to give y'all the comparisons. You ever heard me tell y'all anything about what happened or if anything happened with 6ix9ine when they were trying to talk to everybody around him. I ever told you them stories? You won't hear them fucking stories. And that shit's over. Yeah, that ain't content. Not in my book. I don't live in LA. In LA, that's content. In New York, New Jersey, you catch a Rico. Obviously, I wasn't in threat of catching nothing. But you even get visited by the feds. Nigga, shit, your dick shrink and your balls shrivel up, nigga. You like, your heart start beating. It is what it is. For these niggas, we got content.
That Big U had knowledge of the Nipsey situation before it happened.
No, see, the thing is, it's like, I'm going to say it like this, because he's going through something. It's just why send a cease and desist if it's not true. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are suggesting, yeah.
Why is he saying this on the phone?
Yeah, even if it's not true, it is
right. Yo, this nigga's so confused. I don't know who this guy is, but he's so confused. He's like, wait, we talking to a man in jail about investigation shit? Wait, what's going on here?
It's a defamatory statement for sure. Absolutely. I could understand him not wanting that out there, even if it wasn't true, to keep it a stack.
Yo, this nigga looking around like, yo, he looking around like he think he's surrounded by feds. Just watch his face. He getting tight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What'd you say, Lush?
I was saying I could. It's a defamatory statement, regardless. So I could see him.
He's shaking his head.
If it wasn't true.
Bro, somebody got a tap on the shoulder. We got content. He looking at this thing like, wait, are we serious? Yeah, nigga, we serious. This is West Coast shit, nigga. We call the prisoners up and talk about their case. What's the problem?
Yeah. But if you wanted to prove somebody that was a liar, right? You just
He's shaking his head.
pull it out. I mean, put it out, right?
No.
Why stop it?
He about to catch a fit. Is he popping in the LA podcast scene? If he's not popping, no, actually, I sat with him before. I interviewed with this nigga. He came out with Flacco one time. Hey, somebody got to tap him on the shoulder. If he want to be 10 times the bigger podcast host, he got to get into shit like this. Like, he trying to be too street right now. Like, whoa, are we talking? No, this is what the internet wants. The internet wants content, and it's definitely content when somebody's facing 20 years in jail and they're on a podcast, definitely down to talk about their case. Yes, that's content. Yes, it is. Yes.
Content check.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. But if we talking right, that's facts, right? Why stop something that you saying is a lie?
Right. I mean, hey, I guess he really wanted to stop that narrative, I guess.
When a lie linger too long, it become the truth, bro.
Yeah, I'm not as defensive.
Yo, this guy right here, I think his name is Munchie B. Like, this nigga's hilarious. He talk exactly how I expect everybody from LA to talk. when a lie becomes the truth. Blood, cuz.
But I could think of a few.
Like, nobody want to lie out there about them, so that's why you would do it cease and desist. If you feel it ain't true.
Well, that's like, that's like career-ending information. You know what I mean? Like, or statement. If people associate him with the death of somebody so beloved, that fucks off his business, right?
But everybody is getting misconstrued. Nobody's saying that he has something to do with it. He just acknowledged. I mean, no, it's just like if somebody on somebody that know me, right, and they basically be like, "Man, I'm either gonna get that nigga because of whoop-de-whoop," and I be like, "Well, shit, go and get your man." You get what I'm saying? That's just how it is. My statement is, Nipsey wasn't his brother. Nipsey wasn't like his son. He keeps claiming that he's putting that energy in the air when he didn't fuck with
One nigga just walked off. Hey, for whoever this nigga who walked off, bro, I'm ashamed of you, nigga. You don't want to make the fucking federal government discovery supercut. This is gonna be in the federal government discovery supercut. You don't want to be in the highlight reel, nigga. You walking off set, nigga. You ain't trying to be part of the content?
This is how it is. My statement is, Nipsey wasn't his brother. Nipsey wasn't like...
Yo, yeah, he had to... Listen, the moment a nigga in jail while facing a RICO charge says, my statement is, we don't care what you say. You can say, my statement is I like cheeseburgers. No statements. No statements.
His son. He
No
keeps claiming
statements.
that putting that energy in the air when he didn't fuck with Nipsey and Nipsey didn't fuck with him.
He said
when the
Nipsey just flew him out before they passed. They patched it up.
No, they didn't.
They was in
patch
New
it
York
up
together or something like that.
Yeah, they went to New York for a video shoot, but it was still animosity.
Yo, it's crazy that Luce is in jail talking like this. This is crazy. Yo, Luce, I love you, bro. You gotta stop. You gotta stop, bro. Bro, you gotta stop, bro. Please. Please, bro.
We still, it was still a situation that happened after that. Why?
Yo, he's still talking. Yo, this is why I blame Wack a lot, bro. Yo, Luce is locked up, my nigga, in federal custody. Got denied bond. Don't know if he's gonna come home next week, next month, or next year. And he literally is still volunteering more information on the jail phone. This is why I blame Wack, because Wack sat next to the nigga and walked him into saying all this shit about Nipsey. And not that he wasn't gonna say, but like basically set it up. He was just like throwing alley-oops and Luce was just biting. He was just like dunking him like it was like prime D Wade and motherfucking LeBron. You know what I mean? So like you can tell Luce is about the content.
There are some smart, stupid people in prison. Frankie said. You're right, Frankie. You're right. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Frankie Ellison. Shout out to you, buddy. Thanks for tuning into the chat. This is Mean Green, Hip Hop Daily News. Yeah. Started the stream kind of late. Sorry about that. Tomorrow I'll start around normal time, around like the 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern time. But thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, chat. Until next time, we're out.